Sunfall. The Mad King Duran's summer palace. A bulwark of Carja might against the howling Forbidden West.
Thanks for the history lesson.
But they have no idea what lies beneath. We will learn much from this Aloy.
I hope so.
That's what I'm hoping.
Right? Because it's like, we've already been to 2 locations that seem important in the before time, and while we did learn a lot, we still don't know exactly what Project Zero Dawn is. In fact, not many people knew about that. The military fighting to buy the project time it needed, even they didn't know what exactly Zero Dawn is. And the ones that did know, they find like the concept horrifying. So it's like, what exactly did they do to prevent complete annihilation? And if the people who knew about Zero Dawn didn't seem to exactly like that solution, is it appropriate for us to use it? Whatever it is? Maybe Aloy could come up with like a much more reasonable solution. I don't know, but yeah, hopefully we learn more about Zero Dawn. Finally, unless they want to send me to another location, which, I mean, if it's going to extend the game, then by all means, I don't mind playing more of this game. But let's see what happens. Also, Silence said that this place stands guard against the Forbidden West. Is that what he said? Like the same Forbidden West that is the name of the second game? Stand against it. Is he implying that the Forbidden West is dangerous? Whoa, you don't look okay. Well, in fact, no one here does. What is happening here? This seems like a refugee camp stationed right outside the capital. So what, like the impoverished people, the peasant class, do they live here? While the rich, the nobles, the elites, they live behind the walls? And then they watch the peasants fight each other for their entertainment? This is so dystopian. We as people have always been divided by economic classes, haven't we? It hasn't really changed. Whether we're talking about the more medieval times with the lords in their castles and the working class starving out in the fields, even though they're the ones who work for the food that provides the nobles with nutrition.
I'm all for it.
And then in today's day and age, you kind of have the exact same thing. The richer get richer, the poorer get poorer.
Word is that the Outlanders are only here to weed out traitors. So at least I'm safe.
Outlanders are here? And they're weeding out traitors, huh? So I'm not the only one here. That makes me a bit relieved. I stand out like a sore thumb among these people. Not only am I a redhead, I'm a Nora. The only one seen around these parts, since no Nora dares venture outside the motherland. But I guess there's other outsiders here. Okay, you know I have to do the side quest first.
She's very pale. Is she unwell?
Yes. She's a fighter, but the fever on her won't lift. It only burns hotter. Her name is Shiana, my sister.
Isn't there anyone in Sunfall who can help?
We're refugees. We know our place. And there's only one healer in the territory. He's difficult. His soul is in shadow.
His soul is in shadow.
Galiv. That's him. He's very clever, but he has little care for people. Perhaps the desert scoured it all away. Perhaps he was always like that. Either way, I know he won't help us.
Well, I'll see about that. Where would I find him?
Last I heard, he was patching up soldiers at Blazon Arch. Another border battle.
By the sun, the exile has been hard on the old-timers.
I'll keep
I
the
heard
moon
another
from
one
your
passed
brow.
in the night.
Jeez.
For a little more food, I'd do whatever work these Outlanders are doing and more.
Desperate times, huh? People talking about how they'll do any type of work for a little more food. This little girl needs help. Apparently there's one doctor in the entire territory, is that right? But he's got a cold heart. Whether it's been hardened because of the times, or maybe he was always like that. Regardless, it's not well for these
I
people.
fear this ceasefire is a ruse. Avad's a murderer, after all. Are we to take him at his word? Haven't you noticed all the empty tents lately? It's like people are just vanishing.
More talk about people disappearing, Avad not being trusted. Healer's Oath. Aloy offered to find a healer to tend to a young Shadow Karja refugee. Oh, we're coming back over here where I was hesitant to stay long because I felt like I wasn't welcomed here. I suppose being a Nora outside Nora lands, that's gonna be the feeling I get everywhere. I stand out. I definitely don't belong, but I definitely feel like I don't belong in Shadow Karja territory.
Have you noticed all the empty tents lately? It's like people are just vanishing.
More talk about people
I fear
disappearing.
this ceasefire's a ruse. Avad's a murderer, after all. Are we to take him at his word?
They definitely don't believe or trust Avad here. Oh, is that a data point? It kind of looks like it, but I don't. Oh, there we go. The Forbidden West. Let me talk to this guy first.
Are you Galeev, the healer?
I had planned to spend the day gazing at the lands of my exile and feeling sorry for myself. But you're not from Sunfall, so this could be interesting.
I came from the tent city there. There's a sick girl. Her brother told me about you.
The answer is no.
What?
No, I can't spare the medicine, nor my time to administer it. My resources are already spread thin as the soiled cloths I have to use for dressings.
Why won't you help?
Look at it from my perspective. What meager goods I can get must be smuggled in. That's expensive. The behemoth's share goes to the military. Of course, there are the demands of the Citadel. Helis's kestrels are so prone to sticky ends. What's left, that's for the nobles, who can pay well for my services.
Look at it from my perspective. A little girl is sick.
I don't think he
I
cares.
think we are calling to each other across an ideological impasse.
Like, I get it. I get where he's coming from. We see the state that, well, I was going to say that the capital is in, but we don't know how it actually looks inside. I'm assuming it's fine in there. It's what's happening outside the walls. It seems like this is a very low resource territory. Like, compare Sunfall to Meridian, it's like stark contrast. You could say it's like night and day, shadow and light. They're two different looking cities. It's really like North and South Korea. One is more prosperous, the other one is barely hanging on by a thread. And it's the common person who suffers the most. He's probably also just trying to get by. He said the military take most of his resources, of his services. I'm pretty sure the military doesn't pay him. I highly doubt the Shadow Karja are that generous. They probably force him to do it. So any leftover medicine that he has, he's going to want to make a profit out of it. He's also trying to eat another day. Nobles, they have money. So he'd rather offer his services to them who can pay well, as opposed to the others where they don't exactly have much to their name. They barely have clothes at all, if you call those rags clothes. So it'd be more like charity work. Which, even if he had the heart, which it doesn't seem like he does, yeah, he would rather make money. I think a lot of us would, because it's either that or we join them at the refugee camp because we gave everything away. But then, wouldn't that mean that I could pay for his services if all he's interested is in money? I don't think Aloy would be able to make him. At least not by force.
What's stopping me from just making you do it?
I'd have to cause a situation. And you wouldn't harm the only healer disgraced enough to work for the Shadow Karja, would you?
Well, we've only just met, but yes, it's tempting.
And take it up with the Citadel. They decide who lives and dies. Nothing you can do would compare to my punishment if I use the last of my stock on a tent girl.
Yeah, I didn't think he would budge.
You're kind of an ass, healer.
There's no cure for a conscience, but in this line of work, I've built up an immunity to it.
Wow.
And yet, if you feel so strongly about this one girl, perhaps we can make a deal. My charity for a Thunderjaw heart.
That's not how charity works.
It is how deals work. You'd settle my debts. For a while.
I already have the part.
Oh.
Wow, we could already have a deal. Quickly now, let's salve your poor conscience.
See to the girl, and it's yours. Not before.
Oh, please. On my oath, this girl will survive to see our sad future. You and I shouldn't be seen together. Go on to the slums ahead of me. I'll find you presently. You do stand out in a crowd.
I do. That's what I keep saying. I stand out like a sore thumb. I'm surprised the Shadow Karja haven't attacked me, but I suppose that they have Outlanders here as well, which is, I think, what I've heard the NPCs talking about. Then they don't mind, except for this jackass who just asked if I was staying long, hoping that I'd say no, I wouldn't, and I'd be out of his hair. Yeah, I guess even Shadow Karja are like the Meridian Karja in that they don't like the outsiders much, it seems. Alright, let me just finish up the quest, and then I'll read what I just discovered. Which is about the Forbidden West, something that Silence was just talking about.
Tom, I could have sworn Sunfall was more crowded just a few weeks ago.
It's you. Hello again.
I've brought someone to see your sister.
How did you... What did we do to deserve... No, wait. I don't even want to ask, in case a shadow passes over and it's gone.
Smart boy.
She'll have his full attention, won't she?
Once I'm freed of other distractions, yes.
Meaning me? I'm the distraction?
He's always been a righteous man. You know what I miss most about Meridian? Everything.
Thank you, again,
Is the
for giving
ceasefire
her
going
a
to put
better
more food
chance.
on our tables?
I think the sun's
very
flush
much
is
doubt
back
it.
in her cheeks, don't you?
I
When I thought
guess.
of loyalty, I thought of Uthid.
That's enough
He can't
excitement for my rest day.
Aching it, can he?
Please don't
The
start
man
growing
fixes my
fond of me.
shoes is apparently-
Okay, I get it. You want me out of here, fine.
Got to trust
What's she
Mahavas.
called?
Outlanders
Shiana.
are idiots, but perhaps
I
they're
knew a
useful
Shiana
idiots.
once. She sang in a tavern.
They said
How is your
stay
sister's
faithful.
singing voice?
They said
Uh,
Meridian will be
She
ours.
likes ball games.
Here we are.
She wants to be a soldier.
That's a shame.
Usurpers think nothing of asking for a ceasefire. They're
You
not
know,
ready to
I
fight.
really like the voice actor that they got for the Doctor. It has that right amount of
Rumor has it they're in
high
Bahamut and
pitchiness that you would find in characters that are usually depicted as sketchy or vile or just in it for the money type of characters, like the schemers. Like he really does fit the character of this Doctor. Like I said, I get why he's doing what he's doing. If he doesn't make a living, he'll end up here in the slums as well.
Are a blessing.
So he's just looking after himself.
Faithful out of misery.
You can't make money from charity. So I get it. But still. Alright, let's read what I just discovered. The Forbidden West, a yellowing parchment containing reports in various different hands and inks. Expeditions into the Forbidden West. Reader, if you would know of the Forbidden West, there are none more qualified to be your teller than I, the considerate Udain, healer of Blazon Arch. Why? For I yet live, unlike the Outlanders, who gasped or shrieked the tales that follow. Foolhardy blazons and madcaps all, they were brought to me near death, poisoned, mortally wounded, or driven witless but by what they had experienced in the lands beyond the Daunt. With such wounds, it was all I could do to ease their pain and try to make notes from their ranting. As the sun shines upon me, I cannot vouch for the full truth of these tales. I only hope they will satisfy your curiosity and turn you from the path that led these imprudent explorers and daredevil trekkers to their deaths. Though each account differs, it is certain that the western lands are most unlike our own. Some cross deserts of palest white, others deserts of color of fire, or even limitless sweeps of blue sand that seem to reflect the sky above, broken only by the remains of ancient machines. Others spoke of vast prairies of tall grass, each blade sharp enough to draw blood, dotted with shivering black flowers, or incalculable plains of dried mud, cracked like a great mosaic. At night, unknown animals watch with glowing eyes, and strange birds, all the colors of kites and fireworks, chitter and call out in men's voices. Are they talking about parrots? Most extraordinarily of all are the reports of a lake 100 times the size of the Daybrink, so wide the far shores cannot be made out, and so deep that an entire city of the ancient stands drowned within. The water is sour to the taste and sickening, and it is said to rise up and push back against those who attempt to cross. It would seem that dead cities without number have been consumed by the shifting dunes in the west, their skeletal towers mired in seas of sand. The wind is heard to sing a low, mournful song through these ruins, or through the skeletons of vast metal birds now fallen, or over great metal bowls now filled with depths of black water, where fish dart like shooting stars. That song of ruin, rising from a hum to a howl, still haunted these men and women as they thrashed and sweated in unquiet sleep. But though the western lands are harsh and even their beauty hides dangers, it is not the land alone that swallows up all who venture within, that inflicts the brands and wounds suffered by those few fortunate enough to return. Oh yes, all have spoken of new machines in the west. No! Machines more strange and terrible than any found in the Sundom. With their fingernails, dying witnesses have scratched out impossible shapes, or, if they still possess several lips and vocal organs, mimicked jerking movements and imitated awful sounds, all belonging in the throes of madness. Is this what awaits me in not the expansion, the sequel? New machines. I should have figured that that's what's going to happen. New games. There's going to be like a new location and new enemies to fight. But is it really as terrible, more terrible than anything found in the Sundom? And what manner of men can live where the sun goes at night? These tales were the most chilling. One spoke of drinkers of machine blood, their lips and tongues stained, their teeth replaced with metal. Another described youths as pale as ash, all wearing the same faces, who hunt silently and tirelessly in the night. Still, another told of a tribe seen only from afar, whose folk busied themselves digging deep pits in the sand, only to fill them in again for unknowable reasons, while another tribe was only glimpsed on the waters of the Great Lake, riding their thin, dark boats. Oh son, a half of me regrets scribing these stories, for they inspire questions that can only be answered by yet more doomed expeditions. And yet, I must tell the tales, for what else remains of these poor and wretched men and women? If they sought riches, they found none to bring back, nothing save but a handful of black slit, or a curiosity stamped piece of metal, a chunk of desert glass with shifting hues, or an odd smooth shell. I have kept all these things to remind me of those who went in search of the forbidden and paid for it dearly. Reader, if you think yourself an adventurer, heed the warnings in this old man's collection of strange, small things and go not into the Forbidden West. Unfortunately, I have no choice. I have to in the sequel. I mean, why else do they call it the Forbidden West, right? I'm going to meet other tribal people who drink machine blood. Well, at least I guess I'm prepared for what's to come, if the tales are true.
Watch.
Alright, I guess it's time to go into Sunfall. Go to the Citadel Courtyard.
The ceasefire? It's a nice idea, but what's the point? It won't bring us home any faster.
Is that a Bannook?
Don't pass up these goods.
Sing to the glaciers.
It sounds like there's a festival going on. Do they sell the same stuff? I was hoping there was like Shadow Karja armor. I was gonna put it on, but this is all the same. Never mind.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
The submarine, a proud tradition of the Karja.
It's not like this in Meridian. At least, not anymore.
Give them time. I'm sure they'd miss it.
I feel like they've changed for the most part. The rocks are getting into the stands of the Colosseum. This is dangerous all around.
Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely successful.
What are you talking about? Did I crash the network or not?
In theory, all should be well.
Great. So it wasn't even guaranteed? Well, they're not stopping me so far. How do you do, Karja? Don't mind me. I'm just a Nora, wandering into your base of operations.
One day, he had a little
Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment. In the
How can
meantime,
you just decide not to strike back against the usurpers?
Got it.
Whatever work the mercenaries are doing, at least Kaja don't have to debase ourselves with it.
Were I a gambler, I'd put the lifespan of this ceasefire at, let's be generous, a month.
Duran is murdered and the derangement gets even worse? You can't convince me that's a coincidence.
Oh my god, that's not... What is that called? Where they see a connection that isn't really there, it's just a coincidence? There's a term for it, where it's like, I don't remember, I don't think it had something with causation in the name, or correlation, or... I'm pretty sure that there's a term for it. just because the derangement just so happened to worsen after the Mad Sun King's death doesn't mean that they're correlated.
We have nothing for you. Go on. Move.
Okay, this guy wants me to move. I feel like I don't belong here, considering this is where the military seem to be training, and I'm like an outlander.
Outlanders, if you want to hear about today's bounties, head for the throne room. You're not going to make any shards by standing out here. Filthy mercenary bottom feeders.
I'll take the shards, even if it means having to listen to Bahama.
Mercenary work for outlanders, huh?
What are you waiting around for, Outlander? Bounties are announced inside.
Got it. I guess I'm doing bounty hunting work for the Shadow Karja? That feels weird. Like, I'll do any quest that gets given to me, but I also feel weird hunting down people for the Shadow Karja. I guess we could see what it's all about.
By the glory of the sun revealed. Behold, radiant Edaman, the one true Sun King.
Edaman?
The light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law.
I command Lucius Bahavas to speak in my behalf.
What? Wait. Okay, so I already knew about Edaman. I even read about him, and I'm pretty sure some NPCs in Meridian were even talking about how Avad should have killed Edaman. I'm guessing to cement his power, because some people believe that Edaman is like the rightful heir. We even heard Helis talk about him, did we not, in the last episode, talking about how he wanted to toughen up Edaman to make him a true successor to the Sun King. And the sun, it does not pity the weak. It burns wretches and nobles alike. So you must be strong like the sun. But Edaman, he didn't want to. He's just a little kid clinging onto his mom. For some reason, I thought that happened like maybe a decade ago. I thought maybe now he'd be a young man. I wasn't expecting Edaman to still be a child. I don't know. I just assumed that the stuff that I was reading and discovering about him was like a while back. No, he's a little kid.
By the will of radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the traitor Uthid. To the hunter who brings his head to us shall go a bounty of 500 shards.
More prisoners than royalty, don't you think? Love your hair.
Thanks.
You and I need to chat, little huntress. The green tent down in Shadowside. I'll be waiting.
Kind of busy.
And in doing so, demonstrated wanton disregard for the safety
We both know you're no
of the
killer for
king's
hire.
subjects.
Uthid is innocent. So come see me, while there's still time to save him.
So, the way in I spoke of is right behind you.
You've got to be kidding.
Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels. They'll be too busy acting important to pay attention to you.
First time in the Citadel.
Traitor's bounty.
From on high. For the Kestrels. Ha! They want us to see this, boy. It makes quite an impression.
Banuk, Asuram, and whoever you are. But you have a name.
Nora. You have the mark of a seeker.
It's more complicated than that. I'm an outcast, like you.
Oh!
Yes. I am Yun. These are the shunned. We'll take any job, but hunting our hated tribe, that's for free. Keep that in mind.
Why did they cast you out?
Murder. You?
Birth.
Two completely different reasons, right? Okay, so that's why I didn't immediately recognize your tribe, because you are Nora, but you guys are outcasts. Here I was saying I'm like the only Nora in these parts because they don't dare venture outside the motherland, right? There's some outcasts who I suppose do not want to stay in the Holy Lands, and they do venture out. We know there's another Nora out there, the young woman, the girl who I helped avenge her father's death. So she's around these parts as well. But there's outcasts, huh?
Another Nora outside the sacred land. Banishment is a bitter draft.
Yeah, and I won't forget that you said you'd hunt those that you hate.
You're not known to kick Cook's killers. Have any songs been written about you?
Maybe. How about you?
Only laments. We're the enders of songs. Machine spirit or man spark. We stop them all.
Okay.
Charming.
Warmth is for weakness.
Got it. Got it. Ooh, I'm so scared, Mr. Badass over here. We end songs, we don't create them. I guess he's telling me to tread lightly, otherwise my song will end.
These are desperate times.
I hunt with K-Cook. Speak with him if you must.
So, why exactly are they hiring Outlanders as mercenaries? I know one of the guards said something along the lines of like, at least we don't have to do the work. But like, why?
Try anything.
This is insane.
Hardly.
They're going to see me.
You underestimate the ease of hiding in plain sight. The balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
Oh. So I'm supposed to sneak while the kestrels are here, but they are not paying attention to me, so I guess I could sneak by.
If you're gonna watch some slaughter, this is the place to do it.
I don't like heights.
Me neither.
You worry me, boy. You worry me.
My bad.
If you've got a problem with me, talk to Odin. If he can stand his breath.
I'll stand 5 feet away from him.
Another manhunt. How many men and women can one tribe lose? Odin, leader of Odin's marvels. You've a fresh face. When you're less an eye or an ear or two, you'll fit right in. First impressions make the sale, except in this snake pit. They'll take whoever shows up.
Oh.
This isn't your first job for the Shadow Karja?
Scared of their own shadows, Karja, more like. They spit on me, but the shards are good. Look at those nobles. I say noble, but you can't dress a rat in silk and call it a rat king, can you? Sunfall is a house of clay. If you were to stamp your foot, it would all crumble.
He's not wrong. You can't sprinkle sugar on a pile of crap and call it a delicacy, can you? So, you do not like the Shadow Karja as much as they do not like you as well, but $20 is $20. Times are tough, might as well get them when you can, I suppose. I don't know if I could ever stoop that low. Maybe if I was like part of the refugee camp that we saw outside, then I would. But the Oseram here don't seem like they're in need of money that desperately. It feels like they could find work elsewhere. But I guess this is a steady line of work, so I guess I can't judge them too much. No, I can! They're working for the Shadow Karja! What the hell?
Shouldn't you all be setting out to hunt Uthid?
Have you never done this before?
No.
Whoever goes first just leads the others.
Oh, I
just
get
take
it.
a load off and avail yourself of some Karja booze until someone sniffs out the trail. Then watch us seek out our prey, straight as a ravager's shot. Zip!
Are you sure you're going to be able to walk in a straight line?
What are you getting at?
That you're getting drunk, dummy. I thought it was obvious. Anyways, it does make sense. Why work hard when you can work smarter? Let the other mercenaries track down the guy. They come in following behind them and then pounce when the opportunity arises and get to claim the bounty themselves. So they're not all working together then. They're competition? and whoever brings in the wanted man first wins. So they're taking it easy for now. I guess sound strategy.
Do you think Uthid did what they're accusing him of?
I hope so. It'll make him more dangerous. My advice, it's best not to overthink such things.
Overthink whether he's guilty or innocent?
You let all these thoughts in your head, you'll never make it as a mercenary. Only thing that matters is dead or alive. If they say alive, bring a rag to stuff in its mouth. But these days, no one wants alive.
They refer to the wanted person as an it, because it's just an object for them. No humanity. I guess it makes sense. If you start wondering whether that person is innocent or guilty, it could eat at your conscience if you have one. And it will definitely cost you some sleepless nights wondering if you did the right thing or not. And you kind of have to lie to yourself that this person was wanted for a reason. Surely they have to be guilty of something. And then you could try and hope that that clears your soothes your guilty conscience. So better not to think about that, just worry about the dead or alive parts. That, I could never be a mercenary, because I would be thinking about it all day long.
Farewell, Odin.
Good hunting. If I should have cause to kill you, you won't suffer.
Oh my god.
Thanks.
Is this the second, or did all three of these people threaten me or vaguely assume that they would kill me? I feel like I don't belong here. Not with the Shadow Karja, not with the other Outlanders, not even with my fellow Nora outcasts. What the hell? Let me do this then. Traitor's Bounty. Uthid, a well-liked Shadow Karja officer, has been marked for death by High Priest Bahavas. There must be more to this than meets the eye. Right outside. Alright.
The food is from Dowager Queen Nasadi, little ones. Her Highness knows times are hard and helps when she can. Eat, but bring some home for your families, if you have one. I've heard whispers about you. Rides machines, fancy spear, delightful freckles. Some even say you have a conscience. How extraordinary.
Who are you? You're obviously not one of the Shadow Karja.
My name is Vanasha. For now, all you need to know is that I'm a whisper of reason in this howling pit of insanity.
I know how that feels.
I'm sure you do. And so does Uthid. He's a good man, so naturally the Shadow Karja want to murder him. I've done some digging, and I think he's headed for the Green Climb. It won't take those mercenaries long to find him. He could use some help, if you're so inclined.
First of all, why is it that everyone recognizes Aloy? Even here in Shadow Karja territory, I'm famous apparently. Not too famous that the Shadow Karja guards recognize me instantly and try to kill me, but apparently famous enough that someone out here knows who I am. Secondly, yes, Aloy does have some beautiful freckles. Freckles are very, attractive in a person, in my opinion. Some people like dimples, some people like moles. I like freckles. Thirdly, you want me to help Uthid, the one that's being hunted down?
Stop being evasive and tell me who you really are.
Stop being evasive? You might as well tell me to stop being charming. It's impossible, but I like you, so I'll tell you a secret. I have friends in Meridian, and I like to do favors for them when I can. Uthid might be of use to them, if he survives.
I haven't seen much of the Shadow Karja nobles and the like. She definitely stands out amongst the people out here. She looks very, very well dressed in those silks.
How do you know Uthid is innocent?
I'm excellent at making inquiries. Look, he feeds orphans from his own rations and personally punishes anyone who hurts the old or infirm. The idea that he would try to kill Itaman is ridiculous. He must have found something that can embarrass the priesthood. Otherwise, Bahavas wouldn't risk marking such a well-regarded man for death.
Okay, that's what he was accused of. I don't remember if, what was his name, Bahavas mentioned it or not. I was still stuck on the whole fact that Itaman is an actual child and not like, at the very least, 16 years old or something. No, he's a very, very small kid still. Clearly, the kid is not comfortable with all of this. He's just a kid. Maybe they're using him as a puppet. And like Bahavas is like the real controller of the Shadow Carja. Yeah, I could not imagine a kid leading all of this. And they're accusing Uthid of trying to murder Itaman, but she doesn't believe so.
What makes you think he's on the green climb?
He knows he'll be pursued, so he needs a hideout that's both familiar and defensible. He once single-handedly held off an entire bandit clan in those foothills. My guess is that he'll fall back on what worked before.
Makes sense.
I'll do what I can for Uthid. But what about you?
What about me what?
What will you do while I risk my life?
Useful things, little huntress. Look for 3 dead trees south of Sunfall. They mark the start of the green climb. Good luck.
Aloy is just like that. She's like, okay, I'm risking my life to do this. What about you? She does that with silence. She's doing it with this woman.
Three dead trees, just like Vanasha said. Let's see if Uthid came through here. These tracks lead up that rise. Must be the green climb.
Oh, appropriately named because it's a climb and there's green around. I probably have to climb up the waterfall.
Foot tracks stop here. Time to climb.
Got it, got it. Uthid knows that he's being hunted, so he's coming here because it's familiar. Wouldn't he assume that I am trying to hunt him as well? Isn't he going to try to fight me? I guess if I tell him that I am a friend of... What was her name? Was it Vanasha? Maybe he won't try to kill me.
All right, made it. Where did you go, Uthid? Food scraps. I'll bet Uthid stopped to see if he was being followed. He must have kept going. I've got to catch up. A dead machine. Uthid's been hunting. Everything useful has been stripped. Uthid's been gathering components, probably for ammo.
Great.
Glintox, looking to scavenge.
I have to kill them. How I hate Glinthawks. Ow. Whoa!
All right, let's get Everything useful has been stripped.
So Uthid, obviously, is...
Uthid took down a Ravager. Not an easy kill, but worth it for the parts.
I was gonna say, he's obviously a fighter, considering he's a Shadow Karja soldier. But he's more than just
Red
that.
Vultures. More scrap for Uthid's stockpile.
He's an actual survivalist. He knows what he's doing. It's gotta make him dangerous. Oh. A warning shot?
The next one doesn't miss.
Uthid?
You're young for a bounty hunter. Or am I old for a soldier?
I'm not here for the price on your head, Uthid. I believe you're innocent.
Innocent? Come on, then. If this is a trick, it's a good one. You've earned your kill.
Well, I'm glad he finds this amusing.
It's heavy. World's going white. No tricks. Just talk.
All right. Speak.
I want to know what happened at Sunfall. What really happened.
All right. For weeks, each dawn in the tent city came with a new death. Always in their sleep, no struggle. The old, the infirm, sometimes the young. Those who couldn't fight for the cause. I should have realized then it was a culling.
Who would do such a thing?
They thought it was a curse, an evil spirit. But it was only a man. And a silent poison. It took time to catch him, but we did. We brought him before Bahavas for the sun's judgment.
Is that what the NPCs were talking about the people who've gone missing? Or is that something else?
The High Priest Bahavas? He's the one who put the bounty on you.
Yes. He thanked me for my diligence, then had his guards release the villain. You see? It was he who ordered the culling. Then they turned on us. Should have died with my men, so their loyalty meant something. 20 years I gave to the sun. For what? Malice and murder? As for honor, sacrifice, true sacrifice, the kind priests and rulers know nothing of? It's all a fat joke.
It's always been like that, isn't it? It's always the common person who goes out, does all the work, goes to fight the wars. And it's the nobles, the elite, the rich alike who get to stay behind in their comfortable homes, safe behind thick walls, and enjoy the fruits of other people's labors, but they don't know anything about sacrifice or honor.
If it's honor you seek, the Sun Karjas seem trustworthy. A little stuck up, maybe, but trustworthy.
They
Those
are.
Karja once raided your Nora lands. Raided every land we could reach. It was the sun's will. I did what I was told. Others did worse. But as their captain, I had...
Uthid, I don't care what you did. I can't absolve you. But the Karja are changing their ways. You could too.
Perhaps. Avad doesn't understand what the sun demands of its soldiers.
Perhaps he understands it too well.
Now you sound like the blameless Murad.
The blameless Murad. I actually like him. He's one of my favorite characters so far, just because he's so mysterious and the way that he talks is so vague. It's like he sometimes gives you enough information that you could possibly put two and two together, it seems. Other times, he's like purposefully vague. So in the event that a situation goes wrong, well, he can't be blamed. He never said anything incriminatory. He speaks in riddles, essentially. But the thing is, he seems really trustworthy, at least to the Sundom. Maybe not to the king. After all, would he say that he served the last king to the new king on a silver platter, essentially, but he did it for the Sundom? If there's anyone you would want at your side as a ruler, Blameless Murad is definitely it. But it is true, the Karja and Meridian are changing their ways. There's like pushback still. After all, when something has been set in stone for a long time, people are very hesitant to deviate from that. But Avad seems very progressive. He, given time, might be able to change things for good in Meridian. Plus, contrary to what Uthid is saying, Avad would know personally well what the sun demands of its soldiers. I mean, he was the son of the Mad Sun King.
I can believe you're a good man. But why go with the Shadow Karja in the first place? Why serve them?
Because of Itamen, of course. He was the one true Sun King.
Itamen's just a child.
Yes, an untainted vessel. I believed he was pure. But they used him. Used our faith. I can see that now. No shadows under a noonday sun. Bahavas didn't need to disgrace my name. I did it myself, serving a rotten throne.
One quality that someone needs to be redeemable is self-awareness. He has that, so I feel like it might not be too late. Also, what makes Itamen the true Sun King as opposed to Avad? Because Avad is the older child, you would assume he's the one who would be next in line. Is it because he's like, I guess for a lack of a better term, a bastard child? One born outside like a pure lineage or something, and so he was like an illegitimate child, whereas Itamen might be like full blood from royalty, or why is Itamen considered the true Sun King and Avad isn't?
I met someone who wants to get you out of this. A woman named Vanasha. But first, we need to get you out of here.
What are you? You look like a hunter. You give orders like a soldier who's been out.
Oh.
Mercenaries. Think they'll all line up to tell me I'm innocent?
Should have stayed on the plains, Kaja! The mountains belong to us! Key-Cook's killers!
Oh, it's these guys.
When we're done with you, you won't even leave an echo!
You didn't make it hard to be followed. Almost as if you wanted to go out in a showdown.
Not much gets by you.
Thanks. I'm...
To me, you just!
Detective Aloy at your service. Whoa! Okay, Uthid has a sense of humor. I like Uthid. I missed. Come on. That missed! I thought that hit him in the head. Stop dodging and weaving around and make it easy for me to kill you.
Nowhere to run now. Keep up the attack. We still got another squad on the way.
Oh, someone's down here hurt. Whoa! Why are they blowing themselves up? Did Uthid lay down traps? Crap.
Push in!
You now, man. Raleigh, we can still finish them.
Oh, okay. They got fire arrows of their own. Oh my god, they run so fast. Whoa!
Move in! We'll send the rest as soon as they arrive.
I can kill you from right here.
Oh my god. My aiming sucks.
That won't be the last of them. Follow me. I've stashed supplies up above.
Okay, well, we just killed off the freaking Banuk mercenary band. They did warn me. They just didn't realize that it was going to be bad for them, not for me.
Up and over.
So we still have the Nora outcasts.
Grab what you can while we still have time.
And the Asurum, right? So they all want their piece of the pie. So I'm going to assume they're going to be attacking me separately because they're not going to be working together. That would make a lot more sense for them to band together and attack us as one. But they seem prideful. They want the shards all to themselves. The Asurum? Yeah.
A robust defense is the most satisfying to break. All right, Marvels. We brought the priest out here, so let's put on a show for him.
Bahavas? Really?
I know that, Hood. We've unfinished business, Bahavas and I. This will be difficult. I think you rallied to a lost cause.
I don't intend to die today, Uthid.
I did. But you're starting to change my mind.
Well, I'm glad. But why is the priest out here in the open? Oh my god, I missed. I suppose he feels confident that we're going to die. Swiftly. But still, it's stupid to come out here and put yourself in the line of fire. I missed. That, no, that should have hit him in the head. Okay, that one missed for sure. Okay, I acknowledge that one.
Not bad.
To your left.
But my Marvels thrive on adversity. Step it up, boys. Fire and spit. Get the ball.
It's so cute that they have a band name together. The Marvels.
This one'll take you down.
Ow! Why can't I hit any of them? Somebody.
Get it together, you sawed-offs!
Ow! Did Uthid just hit me? Oh my god, I am so bad at this.
Get back in there and fight!
Ready to die?
I missed. Uthid, help!
Patience. Break down their defenses.
I can't! That's the problem.
You thugs will...
That's the last of the Marvels.
Bahavas thought he had enough fodder to keep him safe. Now there's hope for justice. Will you come with me?
I will. That was a poor display of my abilities. Uthid must be incredibly disappointed in me.
Snow. It's not getting any warmer out here.
Yeah, the way I'm playing so far, I would not be able to help out Uthid. I'm surprised both of us haven't died already.
This won't be easy. Bahavas still has his personal guard.
And the Nora outcasts. Unless they grew a conscience and decided not to fight me. Because I'm a fellow Nora. Okay, Uthid, you need to calm down. I know you really, really want to kill him.
Across there and we'll have him.
But you're zooming out there.
I had to come here myself to end your suffering, Uthid, and mine. The Outlanders led us here, and now that they are dead, their price is most affordable.
Oh my god.
But enough with needles. It's time for blades. Remove them from the sun's sight.
Whoa. That's a big gun.
Stay on the move.
Did they just shoot me with corruption?
The sun sets on your pathetic life, Uthid.
The sun blazes at our backs.
Kill the traitor! Kill Lenora!
Ow! Okay, okay.
Make it hurt! Let the shadow come up to his perch.
Oh my god. We're gonna pretend like this battle never happened from here on out. Once this episode is over, we're going to bury this whole encounter straight into the deepest recesses of our minds. We'll suppress it as much as possible. You're never going to allow this to resurface ever again. This was a horrible display on my part. And you would assume this would be easier considering they're humans, not machines that we're fighting.
Whatever deal you worked out with him, I'll double it. More than double it.
No. I'm tired of this, Bahavas. The lies and the violence and your cheap scented oils. I don't suppose you'd kill yourself.
I had to. I had to. Prune the weak, or all the Karja in Shadow are doomed.
This solves nothing. But may the sun find some worth among your drying bones.
That was quite a fireworks show.
You took your time.
I was busy. What do you think happened to Yun Shund, the other mercenary band?
Oh.
And I had to organize passage to Meridian for a wanted man. Give us a moment, Uthid. Girl talk. You've had quite a day. I never imagined Bahavas would blunder into his own trap. His death opens up wonderful possibilities. Remember Edaman and Nasadi, the Child King and his mother guarded like hostages at sunfall? With Bahavas gone, no one will be watching them. I want to get them out. And I could use your help.
Really? We're gonna rescue them?
Kidnapping the Sun King of the Shadow Karja is no small task.
It's not kidnapping. They want to go to Meridian, to safety.
How do you know that?
I've been posing as Nasadi's handmaiden. She's scared. For herself, of course, but mostly for Edaman.
Why do you care what happens to them?
Edaman is the Shadow Karja's figurehead. If he defects, it will remove their last trace of legitimacy. Beyond that, he's just a boy who clings to his mommy. He made a little grazer for me out of matchsticks once. It wasn't very good, but still, nobody ever made anything for me before.
I once went to this barbecue place where, like, the the dad was working there, his children were also there, and then I think his brother was there, so the uncle is the family-owned business. But his kids were there. It was like right after school, so they had a table to themselves while they were doing their homework. I believe it was like one of the younger kids who might have been like around 8 years old, I think. She drew me and my family. Like, she walked up to us and she gave us a paper that each contained a drawing of ourselves. Like, she drew me, she drew my sister, and she drew my mom. It was terrible. It's the drawing of an 8-year-old, but it's the thought that counts. And I looked at that and I was like, oh, that's so sweet of you. I didn't put it up on the fridge or anything. Like, I'm not having it displayed, but it's nice that they made something for you, you know?
What's going to happen to Uthid now?
Don't worry. You gave him a second life, and I'll put it to good use. He'll be welcomed in Meridian as a military advisor. Hopefully he can help Avad finish the Shadow Karja with as little bloodshed as possible.
Someone like Uthid, I'm pretty sure, considering it's like he's a career military soldier, he's not the type of person who enlists for like a few years and then goes away. It seems like that, like his whole life revolves around his career. Now that he's been disgraced from the Shadow Karja, it would seem like his purpose in life has been taken away from him, so he'd feel lost, that sort of thing. But if he defected to the Meridian Karja and started working for them, he might feel a renewed sense of purpose, and maybe he wouldn't want to end his existence anymore. I feel like that is a good outcome for someone like him. He definitely is very experienced and very skillful. Avad could use someone like that.
What's going to happen at Sunfall now that Bahavas is dead?
Oh, it will be glorious. The priests will panic. There'll be infighting, skullduggery, and backstabbing as they wrangle for power.
How wonderful.
Best of all, they'll be distracted. Bahavas, your life brought misery, but your death is a flower that blooms in abundance.
That is one way to describe someone so detested as Bahavas and his death. It's glorious, it's wonderful. He'll be more useful to us dead than he ever was alive. All hail the sun and his bright shining light for bringing this upon us, I guess.
What do you need to get Nasadi and Idaman out of Sunfall?
With Bahavas dead, Sunfall is the easy part. I'll handle that. The big fuss will be crossing the border to the Sundom. Find my friend, 3 Tohuadiv near the branded shore. I hired his crew to sweep the path, so all you have to do is wait for me.
If this Wadiv has already cleared the area, why do you need me?
Contingencies, little huntress. Something will go wrong, and I need protection I can count on. You.
I'll try not to disappoint.
Yeah, if my display is any indication right now of how things will go in the future.
Nora said you would help me. Are we bound for Meridian?
Only if you want to go, my dear.
What choice do I have?
None at all. I was just being polite.
What makes you think Avad will welcome me after I served his enemies?
He's a forgiving man. Just smile a lot. You can't smile, can you? No, that's a grimace.
My dad had a smile that you can confuse for a grimace as well.
Nervous about going to Meridian?
I've been a soldier for 20 years. I do not get nervous.
Not even around a pretty lady?
Oh my god.
Dignify that with a response.
That in itself is a response, and the response, or the answer is yes, he does get nervous around a pretty lady. If it was a no, he would have said no. But he doesn't want to answer.
Nora said you would help me.
Being polite.
Okay, let me just get away from the lovebirds. Because obviously she is flirting with him, and that guy is a bit either too old to be in the dating game or too inexperienced to understand what flirting looks like. She 100% was, wasn't she? But as I was saying, if it's any indication how the fight went today of how I'll perform in the future, it's definitely not a good indication of how things will play out for us. It's gonna be bad. She's talking about contingencies, and I'm the backup plan in the event that something will go wrong, because it always does go wrong. I could step in and help protect her and Itamin and the mom. Although Vanasha is a capable fighter, there's more to her than meets the eye. Her appearance seems deceiving, because she looks just like a noble woman. She said that she played the part of a handmaiden, didn't she? Like, she disguised herself as that to get close to Itamin. So it's like she's kind of like a spy, like an operative, and she knows how to fight, because she took out the Nora outcasts for us. So I didn't have to have Nora blood on my hands. Wait, do I have Nora blood on my hands? I don't remember if I was ever attacked by Nora earlier in the game, and then I had to kill him. I don't think I did. I don't remember. But at the very least, I don't have these Nora outcast blood on my hands. Vanasha took care of them for us. So she's capable, that much is certain. But she wants me around, even though I played this so horribly today. And every other day, I suppose.
Never know when I might need these.
Anyways, this is where I'm going to end the episode for today. I did see that we got a new quest. I think it said Queen's Gambit, which isn't that a chess move of some sort? Didn't they make a Netflix show out of it? Anyways, I suppose this means we're going to have more side content to do before I get on with the main mission. Silas is going to be so disappointed. He told me where to go. He's like, don't worry, they're all distracted. Just jump down there and make your way to the ruins. And I'm out here protecting Uthid, and now I'm going to help Itamin and his mom defect back to Meridian. I guess that means Avad is welcoming him with open arms. Avad definitely does not seem bloodthirsty. He's not gonna either kill Itamin or imprison him so that he can hold power. It seems like he'll welcome his family with open arms. And Silence is gonna be watching the whole thing, and he's gonna be like, oh, this is so irrelevant to the task at hand. We have more pressing matters to worry about, and I'm here just doing side content. But I can't help myself. I should start warming up before I start recording, go out somewhere and just start fighting, because oh my god, this is so embarrassing. Things could have played out a lot smoother, but that is the motto of my channel. Things could have gotten better. No. We're having a positive outlook on life. So instead of saying things could have been better, even though that's true, you know what's also true? Things could have been worse. This thing could have ended a lot more devastating. It could have ended with me actually dying, but I didn't. I survived. I persevered, okay? We need a more positive outlook on life. I did not get trampled like a weed growing from the sidewalk. No, I persevered like the strong, resilient plant that I am. We have to have a positive spin on this. I persevered. So things could have gone worse, but we were okay. Although, no, in reality, things could have been a lot better. But maybe I should start practicing before I start recording. Anyways, this is when we end the episode for today. So if you guys are enjoying this, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, stay tuned for more. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.